All right, welcome to the first episode of Bodyweight Basics by the one and only Monte. So I figured, first off, what is Bodyweight Basics? Um, as you guys know, maybe some, not all of you guys, but some of you guys. For me, I just started personal training, right? So I figured, you know what, man, I've been training for some time now, and I want to show you guys my routine. I want to show you guys the step by steps of how I got into training, right? Everything from start to finish. Okay. So I figure we're going to start with meditation first, and we're going to start with our breathing, because although that sounds like common sense and like it's breathing, like I'm already breathing right now. What are you talking about, Monte? Like I know how to breathe. But guys, when you're doing high intensity training, like how I am when it comes to bodyweight, calisthenics, even like boxing, guys, your breathing is everything. Even when you're going throughout your day, you might be feeling stressed. You might be having these thoughts of quote unquote anxiety, or maybe, I don't know, you're getting brain fog. It's probably because you're not breathing properly. All right. So I got 2 points here on my screen, and of course you guys see me in the background meditating, right? Let's talk about why meditate. What is the point of meditation? So for me personally, I've been meditating since probably like 2020, 2019, sometime around that. That was really when I started to get more into my training. But meditation is a game changer. It was back then and it still is now. Now I've gotten to that point where I actually, when I get up, as soon as I wake up, I like to get my day started right away. That's something that I'm training my mind to do. But I also include meditation as a part of my morning routine. That is the best time to meditate, guys. As soon as you wake up, don't grab your phone, don't do anything else. Just sit down in a crisscross position, or as you guys see me doing right here, where I'm just sitting on my feet, or when I'm on my knees. Pause, no homo, not in that way. All right, but when I'm on my knees and I'm just controlling that breath. Okay, so back to the point. Why meditate? Guys, meditation has given me more mental clarity. It's allowed me to become more mindful, which is the main point. Okay, what does it mean to become more mindful? So let's say you walk into a room and there's a bunch of strangers you don't know. Maybe you're at a social event. Maybe you're at, in any situation, you're going to start to become more mindful of your thoughts. Especially if you are put under stressful, quote unquote, stressful situations, you can actually watch your thoughts. Like you don't have to be that thought. You don't have to react. Instead, what you will actually do is respond to that situation. Right. So let's say somebody is, being aggressive towards me. I'm going to look at that person and I'm just going to be like this. I kid you not. Or, let's say like before, guys, I'm just replaying the video. Guys, before I started meditating, I was one of those people, man. I used to have really bad anger issues, really bad temper. Like, it was times when I was like a teenager, I would punch holes in my wall because I could not control my anger. So, meditation is going to allow you to become more mindful of what you're receiving and how you're responding, how you're quote unquote reacting to situations, right? Shout out to AMS because he talked about being proactive to situations, okay? So those are my 2 points on why I meditate. So one is mindfulness. I can't remember the first one, but really I want you guys to focus on being mindful of situations, okay? I actually introduced this to my first client. Shout out to one of my subscribers, one of the homies, and shout out to Jacob too, my second client. Anybody that's training with me, including Colin, including Sea Dog, I always tell them meditate, as soon as you wake up, before a training session especially, because it gets you into that mindset. It gets you to visualize what you want to do, how you want to do it, and overall you're going to be in more alignment with yourself. Trust me, guys. Even 5 minutes of meditation, right? The longest I meditated was probably 15, maybe 20 minutes, but for me it's always 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes is the sweet spot. Okay. And how I meditate, I know this video is kind of all over the place, but follow me. All right, follow me. So how I meditate is just like this: crisscross position, legs crossed, or you can go on your knees like I said, and all you want to do is just breathe slowly. Breathe slowly, guys. Okay. If I'm talking a little bit fast, that's because my phone is almost out of storage and it's about to die soon. So I want to just, put this in a nutshell, right? But breathe slowly, 3 seconds in, 3 to 5 seconds in, hold for 3 seconds, then 5 seconds exhale. All right. So okay, guys, and breathe from the base of your spine. Focus on like really breathing here, right? I just got out of the gym, that's why I'm showing this, but really taking that deep breath, okay? And you'll feel it when I talk about from the base of your spine. And when you guys do this, okay, you will feel it here and here, okay? And this is gonna reduce your stress even more. And also, I think this is called like a Wim Hof method. I can't remember where I found this from, but you can even, when you breathe in, you can do a sharp inhale. Right? You can do 2 or 1 to 2 sharp inhales. It's up to you, man. But that's another method that I use when it comes to breathing. And, when it comes to training, guys, breathing goes a long way. A lot of you guys might be breathing through your mouth. So I can't remember where. I think I heard this from Andrew Huberman podcast. But if you're breathing through your mouth, you're not breathing properly, man. And I used to do this a lot, guys. I used to do even recently. As of recently, I said, dude, like, control your breathing and make sure you breathe through your nostrils. Okay? Because when you're breathing through your mouth, it's just not a proper way, man. Even especially when you're sleeping. Like, I've seen people post videos about like taping their mouth during their sleep or during bedtime, which I guess I can see how that makes sense to prevent breathing through the mouth. But it's all in your breathing, guys. When you're playing basketball, when you're going throughout your work, if you breathe properly, everything becomes more efficient. Okay, that's what I really want to get to, you guys, with meditation and with breath control. Okay, so this is one of my practices that I do every day, one of my routines. I've been wanting to record this and share this with you guys for a while. Apologies if I'm kind of speaking all over the place, but key points: meditation is used for mindfulness, breath control, and overall just being in more alignment with your mind, body, and your spirit, man. Okay, breathing goes a long way. And also, I want to say that meditation is not demonic. Okay, you got some people, like for me, guys, I'm not trying to summon any spirits or anything. My pure intent is just to be in alignment with myself. Okay, now you can even go outside when you do this. One of the best times, I can't really go outside nowadays because it's always raining in Canada and it's always cold. But if I get the chance, I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be barefoot. All right, that's called grounding. I'm gonna be barefoot, and I'm just gonna be outside like this. Like, I'm actually barefoot. You guys can't see it, but I'm barefoot in this video. And I also plug in headphones. This is what helps for me. You can also do it without headphones, which is great. But when I put on my meditation music, and I've shared this with 2 of my homies, my clients, when I put in that meditation music, it just helps me to lock in. All right. And I'm going to leave the link in the description for the meditation music that I always use. And also, towards the end of this video, for the rest of the video, I'm going to put on that same meditation music so we can all meditate together, all right? I think that's all I got to say. This is the first episode, as I mentioned. I figure this is a very important and crucial part when it comes to training, as I mentioned, and just overall personal, general self-care and wellness, man. Gotta work on your breathing, man. Okay? And I'm not perfect, man. You know, like, sometimes I might still get triggered. You know, there's still things that trigger me, right? But, you know, forget that chance. 3 to 5 minutes, that's all it takes. And I'm gonna meditate, all right? So, always remember, no pain, no progression, get your reps. One thing I want to say too, I was actually dealing with a little bit of a quote-unquote stressful situation. But I said, you know what, man? You know, now that I'm mindful, I'm watching my thoughts. You have to watch your thoughts. You don't have to be, you know, reacting to that. Because guys, when you, and listen, I'm not perfect, like I said, but when you can actually see the situation without your emotions and just detach yourself for a bit, you can actually think with more clarity and you can process the solutions. You can solve the problems much more efficiently. Trust me, guys. Like I said, I'm not perfect. Life happens, you know, but I want you guys to do your best. You know, it's going to feel weird at first when you meditate. But as soon as you wake up, don't grab your phone. 3 to 5 minutes. I like to do this, like I said, as soon as I wake up, before training especially, or somewhere in the middle of my day. Even if you have trouble falling asleep, man, work on your breathing. Just work on your breathing. Learn to relax your mind, especially in this day and age where we're always stimulated. You know, some of us might be overstimulated with dopamine, with short form content and all this BS, right? You got to learn to still your mind, man. You know, that's why you see these samurais and all the badass anime characters, Batman, all these, you know, fictional, non-fictional characters, they're alone and they might even be in that meditative state, man, with no music. They might just be in that killer state right there, right? So give this a try. Always remember, no pain, no progression. And now we're going to go meditate.